Treasure in a royal tower, treasure in a royal tower, treasure in a royal tower, treasure in a royal tower. Okay, we are ready to play Treasure in a Royal Tower.
I think I might remember this one, but I think I'm also getting it mixed up with the wolf one. So
yeah, they are in like
I don't remember.
old castle-ish
so
places.
long.
I think it doesn't matter. We're playing Treasure in a Royal Tower. I'm so excited. New game, new game, new game. Okay.
Hi there, it's me, Nancy Drew. You're just in time for my latest mystery, Treasure in the Royal Tower.
Her voice
Choose
sounds
your
weird.
difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games,
fine.
you might want to click the tutorial button first for a few tips on how to play the game.
Senior detective.
Dear George, so much for my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old, and slightly creepy under the circumstances.
Oh, I'm
You should hear
recognizing
this
things
wind.
already.
What's
That's
more,
not
the
good.
owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me.
Well, you know that
All
the
this
one
makes
super
me a
creepy
little
guy
nervous,
is not the bad guy,
but
right?
I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally
French.
different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Beth she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never
Sounds
quite
good.
go according to plan.
Scary guy,
But at
not
least this
guilty.
time, the
Attractive
culprit
guy,
is just a
guilty.
snowstorm. Talk to you
Tupac,
soon.
suspicious.
Love, Nancy. Now all I need is a mailbox.
Mailbox.
Oh, we have to send it ourselves?
That's just ridiculous.
That's
Ugh,
Oh,
pure
we're-
wind.
I don't like
Yeah, I don't like the wind either. Locker 310, combination 517.
Do we take that? No, we don't.
No, so we need to write it down. Lots of
have
hissing.
fun.
What is the hissing?
Probably the heater.
Yeah,
Oh, wonderful.
terrible. Okay, well we need to fix that.
If I remember right, and I'm not getting things mixed up, I think there's a game mechanic where we can't stay outside too long or we'll freeze to
I
death.
think that's correct. Ooh. Oh,
We
I
can
took
keep
it.
that one. Cool. I like it. I don't have to write down the name.
Suitcase! No lock this time. Wickford Castle vacation resort in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes, quite.
Welcome to Wickford Castle! In 1920, Ezra Wickford, the inventor of chocolate milk,
I don't think that's true. I want to fact check that. Someone hand me a phone.
here, dreamed of building a castle like no other. The project took 7 years, 132 carpenters, and millions of dollars. By the time it was done, Wickford Castle had become an architectural marvel. Then in 1945, Wickford mysteriously locked himself away in the castle and allowed the place to fall into a state of decline. After Wickford's death, the castle was closed down for many years, its fate unknown until it was finally inherited and reopened by his great niece Christy Lane in 1990. Now it's one of the most popular vacation resorts in the Midwest. The Midwest? Okay.
Conrad Johannes van Houten is the inventor of chocolate milk.
So it is not Ezra Wickford.
It is Conrad Johannes van Houten.
The castle's a maze of corridors, and some of them lead nowhere. No one knows why Ezra included the dead ends in his castle design, but everyone agrees he must have had quite an imagination. Learning the story of the 18th century French tower. During his travels in France, Wickford became so enchanted with the Chateau Rochemont that no idea, that he bought the castle's grand tower and had it built into his castle in 1924. That radiator in the background is so annoying. Few people have ever seen the inside of the tower. Fix radiator, number one thing on the list.
ASAP.
Thought the castle's grand tower had it built into this castle in 1924. Few people have ever seen the inside of the tower because Mr. Wickford kept it sealed off. The tower is still closed, but in the coming months, Christy Lane plans to open it up to guests and offer guided tours. Okay. Oh, there's more. Miss Lane also plans to restore the vintage 1920s elevator to its original condition. Miss Lane is grateful to the Wisconsin Historical Foundation for their support in this project. Visit the library! I'm remembering the library now, I'm so excited with the library! Also, while in France, Wickford acquired a majestic library and many of its contents from the estate of Jean Lemouf. The room is filled with antique books, both French and English, and it's worth a visit just to see Marcel Bonnet's famous portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was imported from the Chateau Rougemont.
I think I've definitely seen this one before.
Yep. We're located just at the foot of the scenic Butter Ridge. Winter months, guests enjoy skiing as one of the best groomed slopes in the Midwest. The warmer months, guests hike the Butter Lovers Lake. What? Is this a real place?
People like butter, okay?
The mountain fields are covered with the region's magnificent wildflowers. Look for lady slippers, skunk cabbage, black-eyed Susans, butterfly weed, devil's paintbrush, toad flax, and more.
Something tells me I'm gonna have to remember at least one of those flowers.
We're bound to have an adventure. Okay, let's go fix the radiator before I get very upset. Because of the migraine that it has induced.
Sounds like the radiator is broken.
Okay, I guess real fast we'll look at the stuff on the table before we run away. Just because. Okay. Senior Detective Sassy Detective. Okay, fingerprints. What I get is the darkest.
So that code is 1735.
Yeah, the darkest is first. Okay, makes sense. We got it.
Which is why I use different fingers every time I put in a code.
Fascinating. Okay, let's just go down the
Hilarious, paranoid
staircase here. I'm excited. There are
I feel like they're gonna stab me.
I feel like the
Can this man fix our
Hello,
radiator?
Miss Drew.
Hopefully.
Did you get squared away upstairs?
We have a complaint.
Yeah, we need to fix the radiator. I don't like it.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Egan. My room is charming, but I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise, too. Would you mind checking it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away. And around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day. And now to make matters worse, there have been a couple of incidents.
I guess we got chores.
Incidents.
What kind of incidents?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
Let's see the rest of the options.
Yeah.
Why would anyone want to vandalize the library?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
Oh, they're legally obligated to come check that out.
Yeah, but I think they can't get here because of the roads.
Oh no.
It's a physical.
Wow,
Not
a
a
hole in the wall?
Get to the choppers.
What do you think they were looking for?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, this Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
This is very cathartic for this poor man.
Yes. We're being his therapist.
Sounds like you're swamped, Mr. Egan. Is there any way I can help?
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement.
Oh, I remember.
The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them.
Hotchkiss.
Says he's a ski instructor,
Professor
not a
Hotchkiss.
bellhop.
Beth is entirely
I
too happy
hate
to be
to
there,
ask
and I'm
this,
just like, oh, I
but if
hate
you could
this
grab those
person.
boots and bring them up to her,
This lovely
it
individual.
might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Should I re-ask him to do something about the radiator?
No. I think we're going to do his chores for him, and then we'll ask again. We want to be a
Okay.
little
See
political.
ya, Mr.
about it.
Egan.
Okay, we
You're a
need-
trooper.
We could tell he's angry. He took it out on us, but then we sat there and talked to him, and he calmed down a little bit.
That's true.
So far, I feel like he's a decent, if not overworked and underpaid human being.
Sounds good. Oldest chateau in Lake Pond, Wisconsin. I'm sure it is.
Oh yes, here in Wisconsin, we only have the finest of French everything. When I think of Wisconsin, do you know what I think of? That 70s show.
What I think of Wisconsin is Marshall Erickson driving through it.
Both ways, not the epitome of French connoisseuring.
Right? You're very correct.
God.
There's a person.
Is it the guy who I think is
Hi,
guilty
I'm Lisa.
already?
Did you hear what happened?
Oh, it's a girl.
Someone
Oops,
broke
I
into the
thought-
library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
Oh, you're the poor voice actor.
Yeah, Dexter just told me the library is a disaster area and that it's totally off limits.
Too bad, huh? I'm dying to see what they did to it.
That's weird.
Don't quote me on this, but I think Dexter has an extra key to the library somewhere around his
Yes,
desk.
he locked it. He told us this. We are aware he is in
I guess
charge
you've
of
really
it.
got your finger on the pulse around here. Any other castle scandal I should know about?
Oh, we got scandal, honey. Professor Hotchkiss is claiming she's been robbed, for one thing. But the real scandal is downstairs. His name is Jacques Brunet.
What's her name? Did she tell us that, or did she just start talking at us?
No, she told us. I just forget.
What do you know about Professor Hotchkiss?
Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
You said she's a professor. Do you know what she teaches?
I'm really not sure. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Habla español?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
We did
Nope.
know that.
I wonder why
I like
he
how you
was
said
so
yes and I said no at the same
antisocial.
time. Shows how much I pay
Creepy,
attention.
right? I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'm calling her Red.
I think she
calling
said her name was.
I'll let you get back to your
but I don't
magazine.
know.
I'm just calling
Stay
her Red for
warm.
now.
Okay,
Knows too much.
got it. To the bookshelf.
So far, the only person I'm like dead sure is innocent is poor Dexter, because he doesn't have time to be guilty of any crime.
Can we look at? Hold on. Major figures and events, book 1. Book 1. Book 2. I think book 2. Okay. Okay, we're gonna learn about Marie Antoinette. She was born in Vienna, Austria, on November 2nd, 1755. She was the youngest daughter of Francis I and Maria Theresa, Emperor and Empress of the Holy Roman Empire.
I read that as Francis I, and it took me a second, and then you said it, and it made more sense. I'm tired.
In 1770, as a young teenager, she was obliged to wed Louis the 16th of France to symbolize an alliance between France and her parents' dynasty, the Habsburgs of Austria. 4 years later, Marie Antoinette became the Queen of France when her husband was crowned King Louis the 16th. As queen, her lavish lifestyle made her unpopular. While the commoners stood in bread lines, praying for food, they cursed the queen who was living so comfortably in her grand palace. The people's discontent grew and grew until a full-scale revolution broke out in 1789.
Vive la France.
Yeah. In 1791, it looked like the monarchy would not survive, and Marie sought assistance from other European rulers. It was arranged for the king and queen to escape Paris on the night of June 20th. The revolutionary forces apprehended the royal couple at Varennes on June 25th and escorted them back to Paris as prisoners. On August 10th, 1792, the monarchy was finally overthrown. Marie Antoinette spent the rest of her life in Parisian prisons. Louis XVI was executed on orders from the National Convention in January 1793. And in August, the queen was put in solitary confinement in the
Concierge. I know this word, I just...
concierge? but there's an extra R at the end. Okay. She was put in solitary confinement. Concierge.
French.
Marie Antoinette was brought before the Revolutionary Tribunal on October 14th, 1793, and guillotined 2 days later. See next page. She was executed without proof of the crimes for which she was accused. The guillotine. It's uncertain who actually invented the guillotine, but we do know that it was named after Dr. Joseph Guillotin, right?
Probably.
Guillotin, who recommended its use to the National Assembly in France in 1789 as the most humane and efficient form of capital punishment.
I mean,
Probably not wrong. A guillotine similar to this one was also used to behead thousands, including Marie Antoinette during the French Revolution.
my favorite part about the Yellow Vest movement was building a guillotine in front of the political offices. That was my favorite part.
Okay, book 2. The Storming of the Bastille. On July 14th, 1789, an angry Parisian mob stormed and captured the old royal prison known as the Bastille. The mob was looking for weapons and ammunition. The governor was killed. The 7 inmates, none of them political prisoners, were freed. After the prison was overthrown, its thick walls were torn down. When told what had taken place, King Louis XVI exclaimed, "Why, this is a revolt!" "No, sire," was the reply. "It is a revolution." And indeed, this first outbreak of violence sparked the true beginning of the revolution. After July 14th, there was no going back. The mob who participated in the takeover later became known as the Les Vanquiteurs de la Bastille. I think
Put a T in there.
that's because it's supposed to be vanquishers. I just don't know how to pronounce the French word of vanquishers.
There's no T in vanquish either.
There's a sound that it makes. Oh, I don't know where I got it from. It's fine. I don't know English, apparently. Jean Leboeuf.
I'm just being a meanie. It's okay.
1768 to 1812, born to peasant farmers, Jean Leboeuf became one of the commanders of the French Revolutionary Army at the age of 22. Holy crap. He is best known for foiling Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette's attempt to escape Paris in June of 1791. After hearing rumors of their planned escape, Leboeuf organized troops to intercept the fleeing royal couple. The king and queen were captured at Varennes and escorted back to Paris as prisoners. The monarchy was finally overthrown less than 14 months later. Leboeuf later became the general under Napoleon Bonaparte and a member of the new French aristocracy. He amassed great wealth and built a beautiful chateau that became known throughout the French upper class for its splendid library. Leboeuf died in the War of 1812. Ironically, the great general was not killed by enemy soldiers, but by food poisoning that resulted from eating a can of rancid beef. The chateau remained in his name until the 1920s, when his then impoverished family was forced to sell off the estate. Is this the castle? The chateau?
I think so.
Okay. Is it Leboeuf's?
Actual cannibal Jean Leboeuf.
Oh no, don't start. Okay. What do we do? I don't know which way to go. We're just gonna try one way. Oops. Okay, continue. Cool things, continue. Check this hallway since it's a dead end. Oh, there's just an outline of a door.
I wonder if we'll have to come back to this later. Mysterious outline of a door. I'm gonna get so lost in this.
Oh, I think I found the library. There's some pretty double doors, and they're
It's locked.
And an elevator. Ooh. Okay, I don't think I actually want to use the elevator now, but I can. Okay, go away. I want to leave this. No, I want to leave. Jeez, this is difficult. Okay, this is where I came from. Yes, yes. Ooh, brick or stone.
Nancy can't go in there. It's dark.
It's too dark.
I dare you, Nancy.
I should take the elevator.
Well, that's boring, Nancy. Okay, we'll go down. Can't go in any of these cool-looking doors. It's very frustrating.
You have to trust in Nancy's vampiric sixth sense.
Uh-oh. What does that say? Oh, elevator reset. Oh, okay, I don't need to do that. We probably will at some point. Ooh, I could turn out the lights. Okay, well, let's
I'm sure Dexter will be entirely pleased.
Yes. Ski rental. Okay, what's over here then, if that's the ski rental?
locker and elevator.
Dead end.
reset in basement.
This is just a dead end. It's very nice.
Where are the boots?
At the ski rental, I'm working on getting there. I just wanted to explore on the way. Ooh, ooh. Oh, there's an elevator. It's hard to figure out where the arrows are. There we go. Can I look at these? Oh, and also, we do have time here.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nancy Drew. I'm here on vacation. What's your excuse?
My excuse?
Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, what brings a professional skier from France to Wisconsin? Why not Aspen or Lake Tahoe?
I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She's an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me. That is excuse enough to be in Wisconsin, n'est-ce pas? And besides, I am not the first French work of art to end up here.
So he's in love.
Ah, so you came halfway across the world for love. That's a fine excuse. So, when's the wedding?
As soon as possible.
I care more about this.
Are you the eager one, or is she?
Do not ask me about the affairs of my heart, Nancy, or I would think you are trying to steal it. But tell me, how will you spend your time here, Nancy?
Library, library. Yeah, it's a better answer.
I'm dying to have a look inside that library. I heard it was vandalized. Do you know anything?
Nancy, a pretty girl should not worry herself with this type of thing while she is on vacation. I should warn you, Dexter is very protective of this place. He does not take kindly to people snooping around where they should not.
Going to gain his favor.
Yes.
Thanks for the tip, but I think Dexter and I are going to get along just fine.
Get along just fine, you say? Ah, a woman who knows her own powers of persuasion. Elle est dangereuse, non? Ciao!
So let's get boots from him, right? 2 to 5.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Okay.
I need to bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Do you have them?
Yes, I fixed her boots.
I got boots.
But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter.
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
There's a long way to
Do
get
you
there.
know much about the tower that's closed off? I heard the original owner imported it from France.
It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the revolution, that is.
Okay, don't
Get
talk
out of
about
my
this guy.
business.
I'll
You
talk
should
to you later.
not be
Ciao.
telling me what I should or should not be doing in
Right.
my vacation. What if I like doing chores? I thought that said Aquafina. I was about to be like, sponsored. Hello.
Aquaria. Oh. Oh, I can look in Jacques' locker at some point. Okay, get Jacques' combo on to-do list.
Only Jacques.
Yeah.
So even Nancy knows that something's up.
Oh, we have a locker, I believe.
We do. Locker 310. 517. Just so you know, Nancy, this is not how usual combination lockers work.
Yeah.
You don't hit the button.
The combination is 517, but it's not
Fascinating.
working.
Find real combination. Men, water fountain, women. Can't go in the water fountain? I can't do anything.
Ugh, it's like the North Pole out there.
Yeah, we're not going outside. Okay, that's downstairs. Now actually we could use, this elevator to go up to the second floor since we
Can't use the stairs.
use the stairs.